chances are if you click on this video, you have some kind of goal, right? You have some kind of mission, something you're working to achieve, right? Something you really want to do with your life. And in a lot of my YouTube videos I make, I tell you like sort of like productivity habits, productivity, like little tactics that you can do and all that stuff. And the truth is that none of it is like, honestly, like these things are helpful that I can teach you, right? I can tell you to eat the frog. I can tell you to have a good morning routine. I can tell you how to get up early. I can tell you all this stuff you can do to be more productive. But the most important thing that you'll ever learn to boost your productivity is your mentality. It's all your mentality, right? That's all it is. And whenever you commit yourself to a goal like this, when you commit yourself to some kind of challenge that requires mental toughness and resilience, you will realize what kind of person you are, right? And so I'm making this video to sort of talk to you about, like, sort of teach you the fact that, sort of give you a mindset almost, something to think about, right? Whenever you feel like slacking off, whenever you feel like not listening to your goals, and basically, so something interesting to think about, and it's really helped me, is that anytime you think about slacking off on your goals, anytime you ever think about being lazy or just scrolling or whatever, you're doing your future self a disservice, right? So you would probably never say this to yourself because you're not like a psychopath, right? But every time you do something like a good habit, like meditating or going to the gym or reading or journaling or whatever, you're not helping your current self. Like, if me making this video isn't helping me right now, like my voice kind of hurts, I'm not feeling super happy doing this, but I'm doing my future self a service by making this video, because my future self won't have to make this video. My future self will get the views and the subscribers this video might get. So I'm helping my future self. But when you slack off, when you skip the gym, when you eat dirty, you like eat way more food than you should, and you know you should, and you gain a bunch of weight or whatever, right? Or you don't eat enough, and you like are trying to gain weight like I am, and you don't eat enough food that day. You're doing your future self. You're punishing your future self. And again, you never say this to yourself, but every time you're about to do that, I literally challenge you right now to do that. Whenever you're about to, not do your work and just sit around and watch movies all day, just understand that when you do something like that, you're being selfish. You're being incredibly selfish, right? And you never say to yourself, I'm being a selfish jerk today, and I'm going to make my future self's life harder because I just want to sit around and watch movies all day today, right? I want to feel good, so I'm going to make my future self hate his life or her life because I'm going to waste an entire day. That's the mentality that has actually like really changed my productivity. Is thinking of myself not just as like my current self, but understanding that in the future, like anytime I'm about to do something, think to yourself, how is this going to hurt myself in the future? How is it going to hurt my future self? How is it going to make that person in the future better? Or is it going to make them worse, right? That's the mentality that you need to adopt when you want to really like do one of these really hard long-term goals, right? So the reason this video is titled Just Keep Moving Forward is because the most important thing is resilience. Sticking to your goals. Keep trying, keep problem solving, keep moving on, right? So what's kind of funny, I just realized this as I'm recording this video, is that, so for me to edit my videos, I usually use CapCut, right? That's sort of like TikTok thing. I hate TikTok, but you get what I'm saying. And I really like that because I can do it on my phone. I can edit wherever I want to. It's really nice, right? But CapCut uses up a lot of storage, and my phone doesn't have a lot of storage, And I realized when I was looking through this, because my storage got full, right? And it usually doesn't do that, but my storage got full. And I hadn't been very good about deleting these videos like after I record them. And so I started doing that, and then I looked at my settings, because on your settings it tells you like how much what is taking up the most storage. And I realized that my photos were like this little tiny sliver on the graph. And I realized like that's not what's taking up all the storage. And I looked at it, it was my apps. My apps were taking up way too much storage. And I was looking at it, and I realized that CapCut takes up half of all the storage on my phone. CapCut alone, right? So what did I do, right? I tried to delete photos. I deleted a bunch of apps I never used, like the health app and the news app and all this stuff. And it wasn't enough. And actually, this is the third time I've tried to record this video, because my phone keeps running out of storage and turning off my camera so I can't record anymore. And so what I did just a little bit before I recorded this video is I deleted CapCut off my phone. And then immediately after I deleted it, I realized that that was a mistake. And the reason for that is because I had some videos that I wanted to keep that was saved on there, and I just deleted them all. So that's pretty annoying. And also, usually I don't record these videos all in one thing. Usually I do that. I rephrase. I sometimes don't record all these videos in one thing. I usually stop, get some water, come back, edit that out, whatever. But I can't do that because I don't have CapCut on my phone. So after I make this video, I have to figure out how to do it on the computer. But you get the point. And so to make this video, there's just been barrier after barrier after barrier. It's the third time I've recorded this video. My voice is feeling horrible because I keep messing up and making mistakes when I speak, and I had to trying to edit stuff out, and I can't because I'm cap. You get the point. Oh man. But what I'm getting at here, and the lesson for this, is that think about what would have happened if I had all those barriers and I gave up. I quit recording, right? I stopped making this video. My future self would have had to have gone through the same trials and tribulations that my current self is. And in fact, it probably would have been more difficult, because my future self would have been, like, tomorrow's version of me would have been trying to figure this out. You know, it would have been a little more stressed because I don't know what's going on. I have work tomorrow on my job and all this stuff. And it hit me as I was recording this that that's exactly the point of this video. That's exactly what I'm trying to teach you to do, is just keep moving forward. When something bad happens to you, right? That's the difference between a successful person and an unsuccessful person. When an obstacle hits, when something bad happens, an unsuccessful person breaks down. But a successful person buckles down, keeps pushing, keep moving forward, right? I think every single person on this watching this video, including myself, especially myself, needs to adopt more of that mindset to keep moving forward. I think it was Finding Nemo, or whatever that movie was, where like the one character, Dory or whatever the fish's name was, just keep swimming, like we're repeating herself to just keep swimming, right? I think we all need to adopt it. Just keep swimming. No matter what happens, whatever obstacle God or the universe or whatever you believe in throws at you, you just have to keep pushing. You just have to keep moving forward. Sometimes you have to change your strategy. Sometimes you need to take a break. That's fine. But just keep going, right? Sometimes you'll have to rest. Sometimes I'll have to take a break from recording this video and drink some water. But you just need to keep moving forward, right? That's all it takes. No matter what happens, if you're trying to climb a mountain and there's mud and there's rain and it's cold and it's wet and it's horrible, a lot of people will give up, right? A lot of people will. But some people will still climb that mountain. And the top of that mountain, when you reach the top, the storm will clear. You don't get to see the vast beauty of the world around you from the top of that mountain, right? But the other people, right, that gave up, they're still in the mud. They're still down at the bottom of the mountain, and all the water ran off and all this stuff, and they're in a miserable place. But you who kept going, who kept pushing, who kept figuring out problem solving, maybe like there was mud and maybe there's mud again in your boots, so you like did something to, I don't know, bro. I'm making this up as I go on. You just kept going. That's all it takes. It's all it takes. It's the only difference between you and the richest people in the world is when something happens to you, you give up. When something happens to them, they keep going. That's the only difference. That's all I got for today. May God bless you and stay wild.